Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So in order to join us in this challenge for as little as $9 a month and also get access to an exclusive in-depth strategy video, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we did updates on ticker symbol MMTLP, as well as that we also did important updates for ticker symbol AVCT and also SAVA, Cassava Sciences, so please refer back to the previous videos for those important updates. In today's video we're going to be looking at ticker symbol BBIG. We're also going to be doing a bit more in-depth analysis of ticker symbol AVCT, and could be some important developments there, and it could be a big week here for AVCT, so stay tuned for that. And we're also going to be doing an update on ticker symbol MMTLP. So before we do that, let's have a quick look at what's happening in the market. So headline here, September the 25th, where will the bear market bottom? Two valuation based indicators offer a clear range. So the big question I think a lot of people are asking is, how long is this bad news going to continue? How long can we expect the market to keep going down? So let's have a look at where one of the predictions expects to see the bottom. So it has been an abysmal year. We are quite significantly down, but let's get a perspective here from some analysts. If we have a look at here, previous in terms of a history, we've got 97 to 2001, following an all-time high. The dot-com bubble erased 49% of the S&P 500 value, so that was quite significant. Then the third quarter 2018, it lost 20% following the fourth quarter of 2018. We all know what happened in 2020, and that led to a significant decline of 34%. But if you have a look at the bottom here, what we're saying here in terms of the prediction, they are saying, in other words, two leading valuation indicators with a pretty good track record of calling bear market bottoms suggest the S&P's 500's bear market bottom could occur between the range of 2,900 points and 3,337 points. So let's try and put this into perspective. So if we have a look here at the S&P 500 for the previous year, and we can see here it's currently closed at 3,693. So if this prediction is anything to go by, we're looking at another potential drop of just in excess of 600 points. So let's see, but overall not good news in the market. So the other news I want to share with you here is with regard to puts. So the bad news here, on Friday we had the highest number of puts bought and sold ever in one single day in the history of the market. So not a lot of confidence right now in the market, and people not expecting good things going forward. But one other thing just to finish off I'd like to share with you here is a summary of some of the key returns in 2022 from January for the major blue chip cap stocks. So on the screen here you'll see almost every single one of the stocks shared here is down quite significantly. We have seen a recent recovery from Twitter, so that's still down into 2022, 4%. I think probably the best performing stock from this list is Apple. That's only down 15%. Probably the worst performing stocks on here, we've got ticker symbol SHOP, Snap, down quite excessively, 78%. We've also got Zoom was down approximately 60%, and all of the others. So basically what this indicates is there is going to be a lot of bargains. So these stocks, I do expect every single one of them, almost every single one of them, should we say, to come back and reach all-time highs soon. However, to counteract what's happening here, if we look at the market for oil and gas, then obviously that's a complete opposite of here. We're having an excellent year for oil and gas. Oil and gas are reaching all-time highs, so that's the future right now from 2022 point of view, and also from an MMTLP and NextBridge spin-out point of view, good news. And now I'd like to make a start by having a look at ticker symbol BBIG, Vinco Ventures. This is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel. So we're going to have a look at the chart for close of play on the Friday. and whilst the stock was down 0.48% close of play on the Friday, closing at 89 cents. What's interesting in the chart here is what happened in the after hours. So in the after hours, it was up in excess of 13.27%, just closing above $1. So what was the reason for this? I'm now going to give a shout out here to Benjamin Wallerstein, and from his LinkedIn profile, he's posted here: the Vinco Ventures Incorporated court drama is coming to an end. Settlement has been signed by the parties. The traitors are out. So if you remember in my previous video, one of the things I featured was this court hearing that was going on. So good news here: Ross Miller will become the sole CEO, and we can all focus on the merger with Zash Global Media and Entertainment. So great news here. And in terms of going forward, if we have a look at the BBIG objectives going forward now, so the next stages would be potentially to finalise court approval with regard to the agreement, and look at also any payments. So that's good news there. The company is also at risk of NASDAQ compliance. I'm very confident that that is also going to be settled, and we're looking at a new board of directors now, so that's going to be positive. We're also expecting financial results coming up soon. Then we're going to be looking at a valuation for Lomotive, and that is got great potential, especially as being a close competitor to TikTok. Then we also have the Zash and Vinco merger to look forward to in the long term, potential domination, especially with the potential of Lomotive. And finally, we're looking at discussion of proxy vote and how shares would be used to would be used if allowed to dilute in the future, especially if the company wants to achieve growth. Let's now have a look at ticker symbol AVCT. So before we look at the chart, quick shout out to the weekly watch list. This is a stock that we were watching last week. We will continue to watch it again from Monday open market. So congratulations to everybody in the Discord who did well in ticker symbol AVCT, also known as American Virtual Cloud Technology. So we have a look at the chart here. It did close in excess of 8% up on the Friday. However, on the week it was up in excess of 77%, but there was also a great opportunity here to take profits when it hit over 40 cents, in excess of 100%. So congratulations to everybody who did that. And then rebought the dip. There was a dip just below 33 cents. So let's have a look at what else is going on with regard to AVCT. First of all, I'm now going to give a shout out here to Frankie Smiles on Twitter. He has posted something interesting today, and he stated here: AVCT, for your information, institutions are holding this at $2.49. So he has shared some information here looking at the top institutional holders, and he certainly seems to be correct. All of the average prices stated here, $2.49. This includes Vanguard, BlackRock. We also have the Bank of New York Mellon Corporation, Barclays, Group 1 Trading as well. So that's positive and obviously gives confidence to the stock. Let's focus on the rumours with regard to Candy. So in terms of a reminder, this is something that has been covered in the previous video. There are rumours of a potential big customer looking at Microsoft and Candy. So in terms of a reminder here, Microsoft is already a big customer of Candy, looking at AVCT, which is the owner of Candy and established a healthy business relationship, looking at actively seeking to dominate the cloud industry. So we're talking about Microsoft there. So this could potentially be an ideal solution for Microsoft to take over for three simple reasons. First of all, to avoid paying AVCT for their services, to inherit the customers, and also maximize revenue, to use their technology to maximize the cloud capabilities in the future. With regard to Microsoft being able to buy Candy, certainly not an issue, and I'm very confident that if this is announced, there's going to be a very, very significant premium on the share price, and everybody holding AVCT will not be disappointed. Final thing I want to share with you here is information from Fintel. So latest information here, I'm going to share with you the Gamma Squeeze leaderboard. Have a look at here at what is number one. So we have AVCT number one. Market cap is very small, 43.04%. That's why it has tremendous squeeze potential. And it also has a Gamma Squeeze score of 98.26. Finally, I'm just going to do a quick update on ticker symbol MMTLP, and in terms of the spin out, one of the previous videos, if you have a look at the screen here, this is a company that I featured in one of my previous videos, which is not by the name of Tug Hill Operating. So this is a company that is a private company and it was bought out, so please refer back to the previous video where we had a significant purchase of this company, which is an oil and gas exploration company. And the reason why I'm bringing this up now is what I don't want everybody to potentially think about is confusing it with the company here that was stated in the previous video. This is known as Tug Oil and Gas LLC Limited Liability Company. This is also has a location here in Texas, but in terms of how old the company is, this is just in excess of 1 year and 7 months old. This is obviously the company that was stated in the previous video with regards to the drilling permit. So just to finish off here, shout out here to the bird lady who's just tweeted they are already found oil on the property. Once they start drilling in the new spots, they will know if there is oil within a couple of days. No, there will not be any news about new drilling on the S1A. So 100% agree with Bird Lady here. We're still waiting for S1A approval, and in the previous video I did make some comments about this. So please refer back to the previous video where I mentioned approval of S1 and what I expect to be happening right now. I finally like to finish off by giving a shout out to our weekly watch list. So this is a view of some of the key stocks that we called out last week. I'm sure you'll know that almost every stock was down on the market, especially the blue chip stocks, the S&P 500 stocks. And last week was a very, very difficult trading week. However, we did get some very significant successes. So these are, I'm just going to share you some of these successes. There were a few bad calls as well, but we called out blue, ticker symbol BLUE. There was some positive news from the FDA, and that went up in excess of 25% from Monday. And with the opportunity to sell on Tuesday. After that, it did go down. In these kind of stocks, there is normally a sell-off, but a great opportunity there to make 25%. We also called out SAVA, Cassava Sciences, at one point up to Thursday. That was up in excess of 68%, but it still closed on the week in excess of 38%. And I am aware that many people made significant profits in Sava, which is a stock that is heavily featured in the Discord. We also called out AVCT. You can also see my previous videos where we have featured this stock, and that at one time last week was up in excess of 117%. There was a little bit of a sell-off, but it finished up in excess of 77% on the week. We also called out ticker symbol GIS. That was up approximately 5% on the week. We called out ticker symbol APOG. And that was one, the reason for calling that out was due to earnings. That was up over 8% by Monday, but then obviously with the Fed news, there was a bit of a sell-off. It did go down, and it was just down just below 1%, about 0.48%. We're also looking at ticker symbol JUNS. There was a listing delay for that in terms of an IPO stock. So if you'd like to get the next weekly watch list, this will be available to the Discord members prior to trading on the Monday. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.